Today we will learn properties of definite integral. In last class we have learned definite integration definition and we have learned that definite integration is continuous summation process. Today we will see properties of it. Properties of definite integration. So first property, note down it. Property 1. Property 1 is if fx greater than 0 in closed interval a comma b, then integration a to b fx dx greater than 0. In last class, I have explained this by graph. I have explained that if fx greater than 0, then only we can say that the total area, if the area is divided into 3 parts, whatever the parts is, if fx greater than 0, then that will be the area. But if fx less than 0, then this is a sum. Integral basically is sum that we discuss. And here this is the first property, that is fx greater than 0 in the interval closed interval a comma b, then integration a to b fx dx greater than 0. So we don't have to prove it, we already know it. Okay? So property 2. What is property 2? Property 2 is if there is a function fx which is greater than g of x in closed interval a comma b, in closed a comma b, then integration a to b fx dx is also greater than integration a to b g of x dx. Okay, so this is that if fx greater than dx in this interval, then integration a to b fx dx greater than integration a to b dx. जैसे हम एक एग्जांपल से देख सकते हैं, we can see by taking a question. Let's say integration a to b, no, not integration a to b, we will see something particular. Integration 0 to 1, integration 0 to 1 sin x square dx. This is our one integral, and the another integral is 0 to 1 x square dx, or we can take x dx. So what we know that before theta greater than 0, sin theta will be less than theta. So that means for x greater than 0, we know that is sin x less than x. So if it is true for x greater than 0, we know that x square is a square term and it is always positive. So x square is greater than 0. So that means sin of x square, that means sin of x square less than x square. Sin of x square less than x square. Now 0 to 1 is the, so 0 to 1 means this will be number will be a rational number. So for 0 to 1, for 0 to 1, x square, what is the inequality between x square and x? Yes, right. X square will be less than x. For 0 to 1, x square will be less than x. So what we get here is sine of x square less than x square. Sine of x square less than x square. That is less than x. So we get sine of x square less than x. Now we can take integrate in both of the sides. Integration sine of x square dx less than integration 0 to 1. Integration what is our limit here? 0 to 1 means 0 to 1 is here. So we will put 0 to 1 x. So we get a result here that these two integrals 0 to 1 sine of x square dx and 0 to 1 x dx is less of this, because this sine of x square is less than x. So when functions holds this inequality in some interval and we use that in that interval, use the integration, means you can see from the graph, also that there is a function, it is fx. No, let it say it is dx. It is g of x. And there is a function which is f of x. And I will take this interval. Let's say this is x is equal to a. This is x is equal to b. So in this interval, fx always greater than g of x. So if we will take integration of fx a to b, then the integration value will always be greater than integration a to b g of x dx. Understand? Oh. Okay, we will see next property. Note down it quickly. So I think you have noted it. So I will write here. So now third property, property 3. What is property 3? Property 3 is sign change property. Property 3 is called sign change property. Sign change property. So let's take an integral a to b f of x dx. Now let's say if this integral is equal to some g of x a to b, that means g of b minus g of. Now you can take minus common here. So if you will take minus common here, you will get minus g of a minus g of a. Is it okay? Oh. Now, so we can write it as g of a. We can write it as g of x b to a. Is Is it okay? Minus, we can write it as b2a gx is the integral of fx. So it will be fx dx. So what we get here? Integration a to b fx dx is equal to minus integration b to b fx. That means when we change the sign of the integral, then our limits will be changed. Here lower limit is a, upper limit is b. When we take minus, means we change the sign, then lower limit is b, upper limit is b. Means limits are interchanged when sign of integral is changed. Okay? So now we will see property 4. Property 4 is called variable change property. Variable change property. Property 4. Variable change property. These all properties are very important for definite integral questions. In JEE Main and Advanced, all the questions are solved by using properties, definite integral properties. So, in variable change property, it is that the integration a to b fx dx. We know substitution method. So here we will put x is equal to p. So put x is equal to p. Put x is equal to p. So what will be dx? Dx will be dt. So now let's substitute. You substitute like you have used it indefinite integration. So in the place of x we will put t. What is the dx? Dx is equal to dt. So it is dt. So that means what is the result? Result is integration a to b fx dx is equal to integration a to b f of t dt. That means if we change the variable, if the functions is not functions actual nature is not changing, then these two are actually same. There is no difference between them. Integration a to b f of x dx is equal to integration a to b f of t. We have just changed the variable. Otherwise, nothing has been changed. Understand? So that means you can see that if I will say these two integrals 0 to 1 sine of x square dx and 0 to 1 sine of t square dt. So what will be the both integrals have? Is there any relation between them? No. Those two are same. These integration 0 to 1 sine of x square dx, whatever will be the value, this will be equal to 0 to 1 sine of t square. These two integrals are same. It is just variable is different, but value will be same. Okay, you all understand. Now we will see an important property which is called breakpoint property. It is very important. It is important because in stepwise functions, because it is the definite integration or any integration is easy when the function is continuous. But when the function is discontinuous at some points, it's like stepwise function, piecewise function. These functions, to solve this, we use breakpoint property. breakpoint property. Breakpoint. This is very important. Very important. So here integration a to b f of x dx is equal to integration a to c f of x dx plus integration c to b f of x dx. Okay, this is the property that integration a to b f x dx is equal to integration a to c plus integration c to b f x dx. You can see that from graph there is a function fx. This is a, x is equal to a, this is x is equal to b. There is a line x is equal to c. Now we have to get this area, integration a to b fx dx. This area. Now you can do like this की integration यहाँ से we will derive this area's value, this region's value. Means we can first derive this area's value and after that we can derive this area's value. And adding it, we will get the total area. So here it is just written in mathematical and I am showing it in graphical. So this is okay. But then what you guys say? C is always between interval a comma b. Means C is always between those a comma b. Is it will be always? No, it is not. C can be like this. C also can be. It is C, x is equal to C, it is x is equal to A, and it is x is equal to. For this property also true. How? See here that we have to derive integration a to b fx dx. That means we have to derive this region C. But if we will, because according to the property, first we will find integration a to c fx dx. So integration a to c fx dx. Integration a to c fx dx means this full area. This full area. So what we have to derive this area as well. But this area is only integration a to b fx dx. So we have to minus, we have to subtract this area. This will be what? Integration a to b fx dx. This will be integration what? Say integration b to c fx dx. So we have to subtract from the whole integration a to c fx dx. The whole area, this whole area, we have to subtract this area. So this area is minus integration b to c fx dx. Is it okay? Yes. So now we know sign change property. So what is? Then how we will use sign change property here? Say yes. So here we will get plus, then limits will be changed. lower limit, upper limit will be lower limit will be upper limit. That means it will be integration c to b fx dx. So what is our property? It is same. So that means c can be in between closed interval a comma b or can be outside a comma b. For both the cases, this property will be true. Okay. So write down it. C lies between. C may be lies between closed interval a comma b or may not be. C can be lies outside closed a comma b. So C can be lies between close a comma b or can be lies outside a comma b. Close a comma b. We will write down. Okay. So let's finish class here. We have very short time. So bye all of you and happy Diwali to everyone. Enjoy vacation. Yes. Happy Diwali.